today I thought I would do a little New Year's glam makeup tutorial. Yeah, I just thought it'd be a little bit fun to play with some makeup today and potentially give some inspo for New Year's. So let's get right into it. I've already prepped my face. I've cleaned it and added moisturizer. And so I'm going to start with skin. I'm actually not going to do a full glam. I really want to focus and emphasis on just the eye. I really think that's going to be a trend that we've seen popping up from this last year that's going to transition into 2025 of kind of having more like kind of clear skin moments, allowing people's faces to just breathe and not put so much makeup on, but still having that impactful eye. So I'm going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade If It Matters, Cafe Con Leche. So I generally just go into the corner of my eye because, as you can see, I get really large bags and I'm actually running out of this. This was something I really should have picked up during the holiday sales but did not. But yeah, so this trick, like just putting it in the corners, actually helps to trick the eye and give the illusion that there's not actually a bag there, because it is taking away some of the discoloration that the bag creates based on the shadows. So actually just where I have my light, it probably doesn't look all that impactful, but it looks better in person, I promise. So now I'm also just adding a little bit to the corners of my eyes, and I'm going to actually add some on my eyelids since I have a little bit of veins that you can see, and just wanting to make sure that we have a little bit more of a seamless coverage right there. Perfect. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to also go in because I get super red around my nose. So I'm going to go in. I've actually been really getting like red like through the base of my cheek too. So generally I take it and fan out a little bit further than just from my nose. I don't know why that's been a thing and I don't love it. Like I just get so pink like through here. So going in, tapping that out. Awesome. And again, I'm gonna really make more of the emphasis on my eyes. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for spot concealing and getting right into it. I'm gonna start doing my eyes. So first I'm gonna go in with e.l.f. It's the Bite Size palette with the black. Actually, what color is this? This is the Truffles palette. And I'm going to start developing a wing with this, and then I'm gonna go back over and set it actually with a liquid. I have not done this before, so I'm actually hoping this goes well. And apologies, I'm gonna try and get this in the cam at the same time as I do it in my mirror so I can actually see what I'm doing. But awesome. So this is a trend I think that was actually kind of called like the Betty Boop makeup trend for a while. So I'm gonna kind of emulate that style for this look. Trying to go in, sorry, like not talking so I can actually get the wing down. So I'm just stamping on where I want the wing to be. This is not as oh, I went too far. This is not as important as getting the wet liner correct, obviously, because this is easier to just kind of brush off and brush away. One of the things I love about doing skincare first is that your face is like a little bit oily, so it's a little bit easier to pick up some of the product and just wipe it away if you make an oopsie like I just did. Awesome. Okay, and so now the classic of the wings. I need to actually extend this wing out a little bit further. Okay, so perfect. And because I have hooded eyes, I think you can see I do not take my wing too deep physically onto my lid itself. I normally just extend more past out the edge of my eye, because otherwise then it gets like very dark if I do that. So generally I'll only do the exterior, and then as you'll see, I'll build in to a little bit of the interior. So, okay, now that we have that stamped out, what's the difference between this and like the Betty Boop eye is that we're actually going to stamp out a second line. This is also like a Marilyn Monroe makeup hack to kind of give that like sultry, sleepy eye, which I think is also kind of that Betty Boop. She kind of has that sultry, sleepy eye, but to have a double line, I actually think this is such a cute look to do that double line. So I am lining completely underneath my bottom lash line, as well as creating that second wing, which we will tighten up with the liquid when we get there. And now just doing it on the other side. This is always like the hardest for me, is to get the bottom lines to actually match correctly. I don't know why I struggle with this so much, but anytime I've tried to do this look, I always have the hardest time. So let's see if we can get this first try today. Awesome. Great. Okay, so I think we have like a pretty good stamping for now, as I call it. And then, like I said, we'll go back over it with a liquid. However, so what's the signature of this besides the double line is actually adding white in between. So what this helps do again is to create kind of like that more like sultry, sleepy kind of like look, but it also provides a widening effect of the eyes. So I'm going to tight line and then my bottom with the white and then expand out. So let me just get in there. So this is the ColourPop Cream Gel liner. I actually don't love this white liner. I feel like it could be more pigmented, but I have her, so we're rolling with it. Yeah, so I feel like these are not, I feel like all the other ones are super creamy and work really well, but I feel like the white is not as pigmented as I would like it. So you'll see I'm gonna have to really build up the coverage here. Another difficulty of using white liner is like trying to avoid getting it in your lash line, because it messes up mascara once you put that over, or worse yet, if you're not gonna put mascara on, you just have like these crazy white eyelashes. So that's another con to this being so unpigmented, is that, yeah, it leaves more room for error that you're gonna accidentally hit your lashes because you have to go over a million times. So I definitely wouldn't say that this has great staying power, this specific. I know that I would definitely get one that's waterproof, a white waterproof one, if you actually wanted to wear this look out, which this is kind of my trial for me potentially wearing this look on New Year's. So, ooh, and I just broke, I just broke my eyeliner. So, okay, another con for this, but yeah, so I will be trying this look out for New Year's and seeing if this is what I would actually like to wear. But either way, I just thought it'd be a cute thing and look to play with for now, because sometimes I wear these types of looks out on a regular night. So, all right, maintaining that. As you can see, like I am slowly starting to actually build up that white. It's showing through, so we're good on that. Perfect. Now I might do the other eye off camera and then come back. Okay, so now I'm back and I'm going to actually go back over it with my liquid liner. And so my tried and true, this is actually the Pat McGrath Labs liquid liner in the pen. So I'm going to clean up these lines a little bit. So one of the things I like about stamping is not only does it give you, you know, you can kind of perfect the wing before you place it. I also love that it gives a little bit of blending, which is a little bit more forgiving than just a dark black line around. Ooh. I guess I am going to go on my lid a little bit now. There we go. Yeah, classic with wings, you know, they're always going to do their own thing and you just got to rock with it. So again, so I just add a little bit over my lid and that's totally fine. But again, since I have hooded eyes, I just can't get it. Like once it starts creeping towards the middle of my eye, I have to redo the wing. Otherwise, I'll start looking a little crazy. But as I was saying, I like the stamping method because it leaves a little bit of like shading around. And so it doesn't really have to be as perfect when you're placing the wet liner. It's just a more forgiving look. So this is, sorry, I like actually like sometimes because I have like folded eyes, have to grab my lash line to be able to smudge in there. Okay, so I did the top. Now to do the bottom, which this is kind of where you kind of get the ooh ah moment. And again, the bottom wing, swear to God, so much harder than the top wing. So good luck. Good luck, girly pops, when you're trying. And I actually don't like to go completely like underneath. I leave some of just that shaded piece, and I really only stick to the outside. And sorry, my pen is actually skipping a little bit, so I'm smudging it out while it's still wet to be able to create a cohesive line. So that might not always be needed, but in my case right now it is. Awesome. Okay, so I'm also just smudging my second line out past the first line because I think that actually looks a little bit better than the other way around, the top line being longer. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Like I said, my pen right now is not cooperating, so it's skipping a little bit. So I'm just trying to deepen that line. So, okay. So I think I'm done with the lines. I think that's super cute. So I'm actually gonna do my eyebrows. No, I'm gonna do the glitter first. So what's gonna take this next level is I'm gonna actually add the Urban Decay Space Cowboy and then go over it with the Fenty Diamond Bomb with the How Many Carats? I think Diamond Bomb, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, okay. So this is what I think is gonna actually take this to being more of like an actual like more all-out glam party look. And I wanted to use Space Cowboy first because it has a little bit of a taupey glitter underneath, like base to the glitter. So it's gonna add a little bit more interest and like depth to the look versus the Diamond Bomb is literally just glitter without any base or color underneath, but it gives kind of a different sheen and shine. I feel like the glitter is almost bigger, so I wanted to do both. So I'm gonna really just like pack that on with my finger. As you can see, this is definitely a wet look, glitter need not apply type job here. So also packing this, I'm applying more of that kind of like, again, taupey, warm undershade that's within the moon dust. So the more I add, the deeper kind of that taupe color gets. There we go. So I basically like really concentrated just on the lid and then kind of like dab it out every now and then to kind of like gradiate up so I don't just have like a brick of glitter. So now going in with the Diamond Bomb. Sorry, I'm also like a little bit sick, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry, I might sound disgusting. Okay, so the Diamond Bomb, like you can even see like it, like it's just shiny, you know, like it's got a lot of sparkle, but there's no like color underneath. So it's kind of fun to just add that extra dimension. And I really should have probably set my under eyes before doing this so that any of the glitter fallout, you're able to just brush it off. So I would definitely recommend using a setting powder before doing this, but oh well, we're here now. Awesome. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do my eyebrows and then I'm gonna do my lashes, and I actually plan to use like a half lash. So getting to that, let me see here. So I'm going to actually go in with my handy dandy Pat McGrath pencil, the Permaglide in, oh goodness, what's this color? In Shade. This one has been sold out. I was trying to buy this like on their website, on Sephora, everywhere has been sold out of this specific shade. So I guess the other girly pops are feeling her too. She really is the perfect kind of like, I don't want to say like nude brown, but it's like a neutral brown. So it shifts a little bit cooler, but it can, I've been seeing some of these cool toned browns as of late between makeup and fashion that are really impactful for being able to go cool or warm, depending what you pair it with. So I just lightly traced like my natural brow line, and then I'm actually going to kind of buff it out with my spoolie. So I'm kind of just like feathering it through my brow. And again, this look is really more meant to be about like the actual like eye makeup that I applied. So I'm not trying to do a crazy brow. I also don't ever really like a dramatic brow on me because I have dark hair, so I start looking crazy. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kosas Airbrow Brow Gel. Hopefully you can see that. And just go over the whole brow so it stays in place. I do like it to be a little bit like feathered and fluffy, but yeah, I feel like airy is the name of the game for me in brows. Like I love a wispy, airy brow. So putting that into place, cool. And then sometimes if I think I'm pretty good, but sometimes I'll have to clean up a little bit because it does push the product kind of past where I wanted it to be, but awesome. Okay, so done with the brows, and now I'm going to do my mascara before putting on a half lash. So I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash. This has been really good for lengthening, however this transfers like crazy, so I don't know if I will be repurchasing this one. This came in like a whole pack, so I've been testing out a bunch of the minis from that pack to determine which one I like, and I don't think it's going to be this one. I also forgot to do my inner corner with the white tight lining, so I will actually go back to that after I finish the mascara. So getting this on. So generally I apply mascara in the middle of my eye first because there's so much product when you first pull it out, and then I move to like the sides in the middle piece, or I'm sorry, the inner part of my eyelashes, just so that I'm not getting any like crazy amount of product in any one area. Also, I really should have placed this light differently because I feel like I look crazy in this lighting, but awesome. Okay, I do my other lash. Hopefully I'm staying in frame. I'm like mainly focused on the mirror that's like right here. But yeah, I do love the look of this mascara. It's very lengthening, which I have a tendency to like better, again, because I have a heavy hooded eye, so that's kind of a trick too. Like, you know, I used to always think more is more, and that's not always the case. So I thought like having super like thick volume lashes was better and long, but I look like the crazy Patrick. You know, it's like, what was like 30 lashes, and he's like batting his eyelashes. Like, that's what I look like. It's not cute, at least for me. It's not my preference. So I like being able to have more of the lengthening types of mascaras, so I don't lose the non-hooded part, like my eyelid, because otherwise it's just hooded and you won't be able to see it. So finishing that, and mascara like usually takes me the longest part of my whole ritual, because I normally go over twice to make sure that dem lashes be long. So second round going in, and on this side, sometimes I have to wait to do the second eye again, because like the first round hasn't like dried, so I won't get the same lengthening effects. So that also, like how your lashes dry down, like how dry they are, kind of changes how the mascara will like apply. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my bottom lashes, which this is where I'm saying it is not transfer proof. This constantly will be an issue for me throughout the day. Like, it will start creeping onto my under eye, and I always have to be very careful to like monitor and go check in a mirror that we not getting those gross little black crusty dusties. So that's what I'm generally rocking with this. So that I don't love. Ideally, I'd find something that's a little bit more transfer proof, a set it and forget it, if you will. And I probably look so crazy right now. But we rolling. Cool. So that's all I'm gonna do. I lied. Okay, there we go. That is all I'm gonna do for bottom lashes. And then, as I said, I'm gonna put some falsies on. These were just free. This is probably not what I would actually roll with, but I'll be fine because I'm only going to do a half lash. But I got these free. They're like these NYX Wicked lashes. I actually use Ardell lashes, or like the wispies, like most of the girly pops be doing. But I use the ones that are the like faux mink wispies because I like that they're not as like chunky looking. But yeah, so I'm gonna open these and like literally just cut for half lash because that's all I need here. I'm hoping I actually did, yeah, I think I did my wing long enough to support doing that. Where did I put my scissors? So again, truly, like I also like, it looks like I have really big eyes, but I don't. Like I basically only should ever support having like a half lash. So obviously be cognizant of which side you're cutting. Like, so for these lashes, you can see like this side is the smaller side. So you definitely, I think it looks better, at least if you have like the gradation. So there is one. Now let me cut the other. Oh goodness. Sometimes they make the sticky too sticky on the lashes and I'm like always afraid I'm gonna like bend them out of like crazy shape. Okay, so let's see. You can get it. There's two. Awesome. Plus it's great because now you can use like both sides of lashes. And I've got like 2 pairs of lashes for the price of one. Well, the price of free, but you know. Okay, cool. So I'm actually using, I don't have like a preferred lash glue. I actually oftentimes will just buy like the Eyelure lash set, like one of like those super, super tiny wispy ones. And they come with a free lash glue and it's latex free, which I think is like the only thing. I don't have a latex allergy, but I feel like a lot of people do. So you never know when you're gonna develop one. So I kind of just avoid it since I know that a lot of people do have the allergy. So tip for hooded eyes. So I'm applying the glue to the very edge, like flat, if that makes sense. I don't even think I can really catch it. Like I'm applying flat versus some people will like apply the glue on the top or like the bottom of the strip. Like I'm going completely parallel with the band and applying that way because then I'm able to position it better for my eye where it sits flatter. Because again, if you have it sitting up, then I'm gonna lose, because of my hooded eyes, my entire eyelid, which is not a cute look. So I need to wait for this to dry a little bit, and you kind of know. So like, I don't know if you can actually, if it's gonna pick up. Actually, it looks better like this. So you can see that it's still white. Like you're waiting for it to turn almost like that translucent purple, like all the way across. And that's like when you're gonna wanna stick it. Oh my God, doing this on camera, wow. So this is actually pretty forgiving, this look, because you kind of actually want to set it, you're trying to extend it past your natural eye line to expand your eye itself, to make your eye look longer. So you actually do want it to be like a little bit past where your natural eye is and on the eyeshadow line that you've demarcated anyway, on there. Okay, so as you can see, that's the difference from one side to the other. Again, looks crazier. There we go. When I step back, you can see it's a little bit less crazy looking. But yeah, we're going for the drama. It's the new year. Cool. Okay, so now doing the second one. Again, we're gonna pretend that they are sisters and not twins, because you will go crazy if you try and make them twins. And just wait for this one to dry. But you know, it gives you that very just like snatched look, which is always why it's so cute. But yeah, being able to have like that extension is like, both of these are tactics to really make your eyes look bigger again, because like I don't actually have that big of eyes. I have like very round eyes. So, and this is always awesome because having the big black wing, you don't really have to get it so perfect. It's like a very forgiving eye look. Oh my God. Making sure, again, just adjusting both. Awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to actually like go in and just do, because I wanted to see where these sat as to where I wanted to, like, I guess, do my cheeks and blush. So I'm going to use the ColourPop blush stick in Aloha. I honestly, it's crazy how much I reach for this. I'm not in love with it though. Like the formula, it's like very blasé, but I really don't have anything that has kind of like this again, more like nudie tone peach, which I am drawn to. I don't think this actually has great lasting power, but I'll probably need to find something to replace this one day. Something with better lasting power, but anyway. So doing this, I like to do this often when I have like use this color when I'm doing something that's like a little bit of a crazier eye look on top. And then I always, so I think I've said this in other videos, but one of the things I like to do whenever I'm using a cheek color is make sure that I am repeating it across the face so it does not look like an unnatural pink. So I'll blush my nose, I'll add a little bit to the eye look. Sometimes I'll be smarter and actually do this earlier stages and not be like picking up old product. And then I add some to my temples. Again, just trying to repeat that shade of pink elsewhere. And then I always put a little bit, even to start, even if I want to do a completely different lip color, I will start my basis of this pink. So I've got it repeated through because it'll mix in with whatever other color you're using. I don't think I'm going to go over it with too much else. I had a quick camera malfunction, but so I'm actually just going to go in and line my lips with a Makeup Forever pencil, if I can find one. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go in with the Wherever Walnut shade, so kind of keep my lips a little bit more neutral. And so I always overline just a bit, but I do have a double lip line, so I don't go too crazy. It feels like if I just put chapstick on, it feels like my natural lip line, but because the double line on my lips, it always looks like I'm like crazy overlining, but it feels like a comfortable like part of my lip, if that makes sense. So these Makeup Forever pencils I had in another video as a Black Friday pickup, and boy, I am already so immediately in love with them. They're kind of like everything pencils, so like you can use them for eyes, lips, you know, whatever. Sometimes like if I don't have, it's kind of like in my go bag, so I'll also you know, like add some of the color to my cheeks, blend it out. They're really like an everything tool for me, and I am so obsessed, like immediately, so obsessed. So again, I try to repeat colors through my face for cohesion. Yeah, if I overline my lips and I have like two-tone colors like I did because you saw me use the blush, I will often like, I guess, gradiate it a little bit, if that makes sense. So my camera's gonna fall over on me. But yeah, so like I'll kind of color in the edges of my lips so I kind of get like more of a 3D like pouty look from it. Okay, cool. So this is how the look is shaping up. I think I do want to apply a little bit of highlight as well. I'm going to use you can see she has been loved, my ColourPop Flexitarian. I love that this is like very silver based. This is Wet Look. Very much obsessed. I feel like I've started to tend away from it a little bit more as of late because it does have such a silver shine to it. I think it actually looks better on me in the summers when I'm tanner, because it's almost like my complexion matches it better at that time. Not that I look more cool toned, but it's like maybe like the coloring looks better. But I don't know. So I'm gonna go in. I also forgot to pull the white to my inner corner. So that is part of this look that gives it a little bit of theater and drama. So I'm going to do that now really quickly. So it's like kind of the classic tight lining that everyone's been doing as of late with the dark, but swapping it for white, which I think is so cute. And actually I do think I'm gonna pull, because this is a nighttime look again, my black eyeliner through the bottom. Ooh, not that one. So I take it back. I am going to line. So my camera decides to keep yeeting itself off, but this is the final look. So good and close so you can see the intricate details. I went in more with the black liner underneath and then increase the span of where the white was. And I think it's a super cute look. I don't know if I can get the sparkle to show up, but really love this. I think it's just like a fun, like sophisticated party look, but with like a little bit of a surprise. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know if you want me to make more makeup videos like this. But I have fun making them. So apologies, I was a little bit all over the place, but we'll be talking soon. Bye.